Now, good day. Now, welcome back to our Plus One tutorial. If today is the first time you have visited my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Then you share the videos to as many people. Let's promote our Plus One tutorial. Yes. Now, we are going to continue with what we are talking about. Now, this video I'm going to talk about the same exponential equation that is going to lead to quadratic equation. So, my exponential equations are quadratic equation. How are you going to go about it? Now this one is more tactical, so look at how we're going to do it. Yes. Now let me talk about some small questions, then we see how we're going to do. Now let me start from the simplest question, the small questions. Now the question 1, now let's have 3 exponents s squared minus 1 equal to 9 exponent 4. Now you see this question. Yes, it is quadratic, because the s is squared. Now quadratic equation is when we have the variable being squared, having an exponent of 2. When the highest exponent of the variable involved is 2, you call it quadratic. Yes, so therefore it is a quadratic equation. So this one, I'm going to get a quadratic equation. We are done with this equation, we're going to get quadratic equation. Now let's see. So I'm going to solve this one. I need to change this one to 3 exponent what? 3 exponent 2 multiplying the 4, right? So we have 3s squared minus 1 is equal to, now 2 times the 4 will give us 8, so 3 exponent 8. Now, so what I'm going to do now, the base are the same, we need to, since the base are the same, we need to what? Equate the exponent. So you have s squared minus 1 is equal to 8. Now there's one thing you're supposed to know. Anytime the exponent is 2, we need to get two answers or 2 roots. Yes, we need to get 2 roots for the variable. Now, if you want to get the 2 roots for the variable, it depends on how you're going to do it. Yes, it will depend on how you're going to do it. Now, when you get to this particular point, you have 2 ways you can solve this question. Now, I'm going to solve it 2 ways for you to see. Yes, since s is squared, you have to get 2 answers. Now the first solution, I'm going to apply mathematical way to solve the questions. Now, look at this. I want to group items. The moment I got to know that the s is squared, then it means that the thing is quadratic equation. So from WAEC approach, we have to use methods to solve. Now let's see, co-math approach. We're going to have s squared minus 1. Then this 8 will cross the equal to, so I'm going to get minus 8 equal to what? Equal to 0. Because any quadratic equation is of the form a x squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So it means I have to bring all of them to one side of the equation equal to what? 0 before I will start solving. Yes. Now at this point, I'm going to have s squared minus 1 minus 8 will give us minus 9 equal to 0. Now when I observe this one carefully, this one is difference of 2 squares. Difference of 2 squares. Now difference of 2 squares is when you have a squared minus b squared is equal to what? You add them and then you subtract the base. Any of them is correct. Either you subtract the base then you add them, or you add them then you subtract the base, which is the same as this one. I'm not teaching difference of 2 squares, so I'm going to go ahead straight away. Now, so from here, this one is difference of 2 squared because we are going to have s squared minus, now this 9 is the same as 3 squared. So we are going to add the base, then we subtract the base. Now we have this one times this one giving a 0. It means that when we have 2 things multiply to give a 0, it means we can consider 2 cases, we can consider 3 cases. Either 2, okay, let me say 2 cases. Either one of them is 0 or all of them are 0. If I say one of them is 0, it means either this one is 0 or this one is 0, or this one is 0 and this one is 0. Yes. So I think you were taught in quadratic equation, right? Okay. So I'm going to take the first bracket equal to 0. Then you solve for the answer for x. Now s will give us negative 3. Now then you take the second bracket, s minus 3 equal to what? 0. We're going to get s is equal to what? 3. So therefore, the answer for x is equal to what? Either plus 3 or minus 3. X is equal to 3 or negative 3. You can also write it as plus or minus 3 is the same thing. Plus or minus 3 is the same thing. Now, let me talk about another way. This is the correct approach, but let me talk about another way. Now, another way from here. Now, s squared, we can group like terms. Minus 1 is equal to 8. So we have s squared is equal to 8 plus 1. S squared is equal to 9. Now, you know that we need to clear what? The square root. It is square by square rooting both sides. So I need to square root this one. I need to square root this one. Now, the moment I square root this one, I need to get two answers. Plus or minus. Why? Because the 9 here is a perfect square number. And then the square root of 9, we have two numbers that can multiply to give you the square root of 9. Yes. Now, if you have 9, you can talk about the fact that 3 times 3 is 9. And we can also talk about the fact that negative 3 times negative 3 is also 9. Yes. Yes, so the answer can be either 3 or negative 3. That is why we need to introduce the plus or minus. So this one is very important. Now the square will cancel the square. We're going to get x is equal to plus or minus what? 3. So it is just like the same thing. Yes. So you have to take very careful about this one. This one is a core math approach. This one is relative math approach. And then when you do this one in relative math, it is really accepted. Yeah. But the core math, we apply methods. Now let's look at another question. So this is the quadratic equation we are talking about. Now question 2. Question 2. Now I have to exponent s squared now equal to 16 s minus 1. Okay, now we are solving this. What do? We change this one to base 2. So we have 2 exponent s squared is equal to, now 16 is 2 exponent 4. So we have 4 multiplying x minus 1. Now, since the base are the same, it means the exponent are also the same. So we're going to have s squared is equal to 4 multiplying x minus 1. Now we need to expand this bracket. We're going to get s squared is equal to what? 4x minus 4. Now at this point, what we can do is that we group all of them to one side of the equation because this one is quadratic equation. So we have s squared minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. So what we can do is that we factorize this one. How do you factorize? Per your knowledge in factorization, how do we factorize? Yes, how do we factorize? How do you factorize? You look for two numbers that can multiply to give you 4, but when you add, we're going to give you negative 4. So I'm going to get negative 2 and then negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 2 give us what? 4. Negative 2 plus negative 2 will give us negative 4. So I'm going to use this one to replace this. I'll do a video on quadratic equation. Don't forget. I'll talk about algebra and I'll do a video on this. So we have s squared minus 2s minus 2x plus 4 equal to 0. Now, so we further factorize. I'm going to have s squared minus 2x in one bracket minus 2x minus 4 in another bracket equal to what? 0. I know some of you will come and complain because I've talked about something like this. Some of you will come and complain because here is plus and it is not minus here, right? Don't come and complain, yes. Because this one and this here are the same. When you multiply this one by this one, I factorize negative out. So when I factorize negative out, negative will cancel, you're going to get positive. Negative will affect this particular positive, you're going to get negative. So the moment you write your positive, you are wrong. Because when you multiply this one by this, you're going to get this one. It is something that most of you are not taught in JHS. Yes. Now, Let's factorize this one. We are going to get x, and this will be what? X what? S minus 2. Please, I'm not wasting time here. I'm going to, if you are not good at quadratic equation, I'll go and make videos on algebra, at algebra, then we talk about it. Now, we factorize the 2 out. We have x minus what? S minus 2 equal to 0. Now, so we further factorize. We have x minus 2 and then x minus 2. Now, this one means that they are even the same. So this one means what? When you multiply this one, the same as what? S minus 2 all squared equal to 0. Now, when you square root both sides, the same as s minus 2 is equal to what? 0. When you square root both sides. Or you can say this one is equal to 0, this one is equal to 0, but I'm still going to get the same answer as 2. So s minus 2 is equal to 0, s equals to 2. But one thing is that, you see, this one is quadratic equation. This one will give us an answer to be 2, this one will give us an answer to 2, so it means you are getting 2 twice. We call this one double root or equal root. When you talk about polynomial, we'll talk about this one. This one is equal root. You are getting s equals to 2 twice. That is why we have s minus 2, so we have twice. We will talk about it. Let's take another question. Now, question number 3. Now, we have 3 exponent 2x minus 4 3x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now, actually, this is what we are talking about. Now, let's see, how are we going to solve this particular question? There is no multiplication, there is no division, so we can't apply any law of logarithm here, any law of indices here. We can't apply any law of indices here. Why? Because there is no multiplication, there is no division. This one is subtraction, this one is what? Addition. So how are you going to solve this question? This question will lead to quadratic equation directly. Let's see how we can solve this question. Now, so what I'm going to do is that this question is a direct quadratic equation. But what we're going to do is to make the thing look so simple for you. Yes. Now, what I'm going to do substitution for the 3 exponent x. I'm going to do substitution for 3 exponent x. Now, this one, you know that if you have a exponent mn, if I have a exponent mn, it means m is multiplying the n. It's the same as a exponent m multiplying n. I can also write it as a exponent n multiplying m. Any of this one is correct because at this point n will multiply m, which is mn. M will multiply the n, which is the same mn. Right? You remember the rule, right? Okay, fine. Now, so let's look at something here. Now, this one, I want to get a similar one as the 3 exponent x. So what we have to do is that we are going to solve this one using substitution method. We look at the variable and then the exponent. Any number that is happening in this one is a variable. We do substitution for that particular variable, then we solve. Okay, so this one I'm going to write what? 3 exponent x multiplying 2. I hope this one is simple because 2 times x will give us 2x, so the same thing as this. 4 3 exponent x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now that is why I said I want to make the thing so simple for yourself. Yes. So at this point, I can see 3 exponent x. So what I'm going to do is that to make the thing so simple, I'm going to use a variable to represent 3 exponent x. And that is all. You see the quadratic equation clear. Yes. So let's see the quadratic equation. So this one is equal to m exponent 2 minus 4. This 3 exponent s is equal to m plus 3 equal to 0. I hope you are getting it. Very simple. Now this one means the 2 will multiply the exponent of the m, which will give you what? M squared. Now this one gives us 4m plus 3 equals 0. I hope you've seen quadratic equation here, right? Yes. So the best thing you're supposed to know is that you have to know how to convert this one to quadratic equation, then you solve. I did the substitution, so after the substitution I'm going to look for the value for x. Now you need to factorize this one first. This one you're supposed to know. So I have what? M squared. I'm going to use what? So this one is 3 times 1. So minus 3m minus m plus 3 is equal to 0. So I'm going to have what? M minus 3 minus m minus 3 is equal to 0. So the first one will be m minus 1. Okay, m minus 3. And then m minus 1 equal to 0. Please go and factorize it. Please go and factorize it. I'm not doing factorization here. So the first one is, the first bracket is equal to 0. We have m minus 3 is equal to 0. M is equal to 3. The second bracket is equal to 0. So m minus 1 is equal to 0. M is equal to 1. Now after getting this one, we need to solve for the value of x. We don't have m in the question. Don't forget that. So when, let me take the first answer, when m is equal to 3. We've gotten 2 answers for m. And we have to use the 2 answers for m to solve for the x. Now when m is equal to 3, don't forget that the m is equal to 3 exponent x from here. You don't need to forget. Yes. Now what is m? The m is 3. So we have 3 is equal to 3 exponent x. Now since the bases are the same, it means the exponents are the same. So this one is having an exponent of 1. So therefore we can conclude that we have s is equal to 1. Right? That's first answer for. Now let's take the second value for m. When m is equal to 1. You know that from here m is equal to 3 exponent x, right? The same m is equal to 3 exponent x. But the m here is 1. So I'm going to have 1 is equal to 3 exponent x. Don't forget that we've talked about and the law of indices. Now one of the laws of indices, I explained the fact that when we have any number which is exponent 0, it means it is 1. So this 1 means a certain number exponent 0. Now what number is that? The base here is 3. So I need to convert this one to base 3 so that we can equate the exponents. So what does it mean? It means my focus is on the base 3. So this one, the one the same as 3 exponent 0, which is 3 exponent s. So which means that directly the s is what? 0. So therefore we have 2 answers for x. X is 0 or 1. It is as simple as that. We have 2 answers for x is 0 and 1. This is the quadratic equation we are talking about. Yes. So the first one was just something simple. Now let's talk about another one. Question number 4. Now question number 4. Follow me closely. Follow me closely. Question number 4. Now let's take another question. Now I have 5 exponent 2x minus 1 minus 6 multiplying 5 exponent x plus 25 equal to 0. Now this is the question and we are supposed to solve for x. Now at this point we are supposed to solve for x. Now let's look at how we can solve this question. Now there is no multiplication, there is no subtraction, there is no division. So we can't apply any law of what? Indices. Don't forget, this one is different from the rest, just like the previous one that we saw. So don't go and apply any rule here. There is no rule for subtraction, there is no rule for what? Addition. That when the bases are subtracting, when the bases are adding, we don't have any rule for that. That is why we need to use a different approach to solve. Yes. Now at this point, you're going to do the same substitution. We have 5 exponent x here, so I need to manipulate this one, then I'll use a variable to represent 5 exponent x. Yes, and after using a variable to represent 5 exponent x, we solve it. But before then, I need to break this one down. Now don't forget that this one is 2 exponent x minus 1. 2 exponent x minus 1. 2 exponent x minus 1. Don't forget that if I have 5 exponent m minus m, now this one means that it means division. If you can remember, this one means division of what? Division of bases. That is why this one is minus. So the exponent having a minus means division. Now, so because of that, this one can be written as 5 exponent 2x divided by 5 exponent 1, because the minus means division, plus means multiplication of bases. Now minus 6, 5 exponent x plus 25 is equal to 0. Follow me closely. Now this is 5 exponent x. I can get another 5 exponent x here. Don't forget. Now you see, as you solve more questions, you know that anytime you're going to get something like 2x exponent 2x, you're going to get square. Now so let's break it down. Now I have 5 exponent x all exponent 2 divided by 5. Now can you see that this one and this one, they are the same? Yeah, they are the same. Because 2 times x will give us 2x. I want to separate the 5 exponent x, so that I will do substitution. Now minus 6 multiplying 5 exponent x plus 25 is equal to 0. Then I will say that let m be equal to what? 5 exponent x. It means where I see 5 exponent x, I'm going to put m there. So I can put m here, and this one is square. So I'm going to get m all exponent 2 divided by 5 minus 6 multiplying this one is m plus 25 equal to what? 0. I hope you are following very well. Make sure you look at it very well. Go and check the previous, come and solve this one here, and then we move on. Now this one is m squared divided by 5. This one is 6 times m, which will give us 6m. Then we have plus 25 equal to 0. Now this one we can multiply through by 25. We are trying the fraction, multiply through by 5. So 5 will multiply this one, we have m squared. 5 will multiply the 6, we're going to get what? 30m. Now 5 will multiply this one, we're going to get 125. Now what is going to happen here? This one is quadratic equation. I need to solve for the value of m. After getting the m, then I'll come and go to this one to solve for the x. Now so 2 numbers that can multiply to give this one. I think I need to use 25 times 5. Yes, 25 times 5. Yeah. So I have my m squared minus 25. Okay, let me make it 5 here. 5m. So 5m minus 25m plus 125. This one is quadratic. You're supposed to be able to solve here. So let me go straight away. So we have m minus 5. 25 will come out. M minus 5 equal to 0. So we're going to have m minus 5 m minus 25. Please, this is quadratic equation. I'm not teaching quadratic equation here. Yes. Yeah, me? No. Me. Don't forget, I will teach algebra and I'll talk about it. Now, this one means that the first bracket is equal to 0, the second bracket is equal to 0. So I'll have m minus 5 is equal to 0, m is equal to 5. Then, the second bracket too is equal to 0. So we have m minus 25 is equal to 0. It means m is equal to 25. We are getting two answers for m. Now at this point we can solve for this is our question 4. At this point we can solve for our x. So let me take the first answer. When m is equal to 5, don't forget that we have m is equal to what? 5x. Now put m is 5 here, so we're going to get 5 is equal to 5 exponent x. Now this 5 here is having an exponent of 1, so it means that this 5 is having an exponent of 1, so it means that x is equal to 1. Now the next one is when x is 25, when m is 25. Now when m is equal to 25, then you know that m is equal to what? 5 exponent x, right? Now the m is now 25, so we have 25 is equal to 5 exponent x. Now at this point, 25 is the same as 5 squared. Now since the base are the same, it means the exponent is so x is equal to 2. Now therefore we have x is equal to 1 or 2. That is the two answers for x. It is very simple. Very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. Now, let's look at another question. Now, I'm solving more questions for you to have a fair knowledge of what we are doing here. Now, let me clean this one. Now let's look at this particular question too. Now question 5. I have 3 exponent 2x minus 3 x plus 2 equal to 3 1 plus x minus 27. Now we are solving this particular question. Okay, now let's see. Now, so I need to break all of them down. So I'm going to show that way. Now don't forget that this one can be written as what? 3x exponent 2. Now minus this one is same as 3x. The addition means multiplication, so times 3 exponent what? Exponent 2. So that we add the exponent, we're going to get this, right? So this one is 3 exponent 1 multiplying the 3 exponent x, then minus 27. I hope you are following careful. Very, very well, right? Now, I'm going to say that let m be equal to 3 exponent x. So where I see 3 exponent x, I'm going to put m there. So I have m here, exponent 2. Now this one is m. Now what is 3 exponent 2? It's 9. This one is multiplication. Now this one is 3. Multiplying this one is m minus 27. Now this one will give us m squared. M times 9 will give us 9m. 3 times m will give us 3m. Then minus 27. I hope you are following. Now this one is also looking quadratic equations. I have to group all of them to one side of the equation. So I'm going to get m squared minus 9m. This one will cross the equal to sign, so minus 3m equal to plus 27 is equal to 0. Now at this point, I think we can even leave it like that and we factorize, because 3 can go into 7 9 times. Yes, so we can just move straight away. So I'm going to factorize the m out here. I'm going to get m minus 9. Then I'll factorize 3 out here. I'm going to get 3 minus what? Minus 9 is equal to 0. So further factorization. M minus 9, m minus 3 equal to what? 0. So don't forget that the first answer, we put the first bracket to 0. You're going to get m minus is equal to 0, m is equal to 9. Then you put the second bracket to 0. You are going to get m minus 3 is equal to 0. Then we have m is equal to what? 3. Now what we are looking for is the x. So I'm going to consider the fact that the first answer, when m is equal to 9. Don't forget that the m is equal to 3 exponent x. Now the m is 9, so we have 9 is equal to 3 exponent x. We have 3 squared is equal to 3 exponent x. Then we can conclude that x is equal to 2. Then we take the second answer for x. We take the second answer for x. The second answer for x is x is equal to 3. M is equal to 3. So when m is equal to 3, don't forget that m is equal to 3 exponent x. So m is 3. We have 3 exponent x. Now this 3 is having an exponent of 1, so it means x is equal to 1. So therefore x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 2. You see, this one is also very simple. Very, very, very simple. And that is what we are talking about. Yes. Now at this point, I think I can give you 2 questions to go and solve, right? I can give you 2 questions to go and solve. Now let me give you 2 questions to go and try. 2 questions. Make sure you write the answer at the comment section. Write the answer for me at the comment section. Go and try this particular question. Now solve the following. You are going to try. This is a try question. Solve the following. Now the first one, question 1, I will give you 2 exponent 2 y plus 1 minus 15 2 exponent y is equal to 8. We are looking for y. Now question 2. Question 2. I have 3 exponent 2x minus 30 multiplying 3 exponent x plus 81 equal to 0. Now I'm giving you this question 3. Now this one to make sure that in the previous video I gave you one question number 3. Yes, make sure you send the answers on my comment section. Send the answer in the comment section. I'll come and check the answers. Yes, I will reply. So come and then give me the answer in the comment section. Now the 3, I'm going to give you 2 exponent 3x plus 1 minus 3 2x plus 2 x plus 1 equal to 2 exponent x. Now, okay, now let me change the variables so that the variables will be different. Now let me use a different variable for this one. So let me make this one m, n, and then n. Okay, so that is it. So we have 2 exponents n, 3n, 2 exponent 3n plus 1, 3 into bracket 2 exponent n plus 2 exponent n plus 1 is equal to 2 exponent n. Now you are going to solve this question for me. Yes, especially question 3. I want you to know how you're going to solve it. Yes. Now see you in the next video. Now in the next video I will talk about logarithm, or maybe I will solve the question 3 for all the videos, and then I will talk about the logarithm. See you. Make sure you share the video. This is Apostle 1 tutorial Fantapping. Me. Oh boy. Now take the very look at the assignment well. Now this is the assignment. Look at it very well. Yes, there was a small mistake, and look at it very well.